100 Plagueborn chests, part 2. It's actually more like 130 Plagueborn chests, roughly speaking. So here is the loot I got. So this is the amount of cash. So I used 100 lockpicks. This is the amount of cash I've received so far. So let me just sell. Let me turn my chat off. All right. Let me just sell some of the junk that I still have to sell, like curses +3. I just finished it, so let me just sell the junk. You can kind of see some of the items here, like 20% all hex, that's junk. Dagger Mastery. Healing Prayers on a Dom, that's junk. That's junk. Water, junk. Oops. Turn that off. Okay, sell this. Sell this. +10 while enchanted is like 500 gold. That just happened to be there. It's also junk. Okay. Alright. So let's just sell this last rune. Just to get the final cash amount. It's +10 while enchanted. Should be worth like 500-ish. This I just keep +5s. I just use them, so that's not something that's worth anything really. I don't think people even buy that. Okay, so 120k for lockpicks. I've already made back 93. However, I did get a 14% -1 health regen Q13 Plagueborn axe that I sold for 5 ectos to a runner who needed it for the -1 health regen. So I already profited off of the 5 ectos. So I'm already over 120k. Sorry, I just met this. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl because they have both male and female characters. I do too, but it's probably a guy. But they're pretty cool. They buy some OS stuff. All right, so we got some fat shit actually. I got a +5 energy Q9 Plagueborn sword. I got some price checks and I checked Commodon chat. This thing is worth roughly 2 arm braces to 150 ectos. This thing is worth pretty good amount of money. Like it's like close to like 2 to 3 arm braces, but I would say it's like 100 to 150 range, depending on who's buying. So this is fucking insane. This is like mega profit. Like I've already profited from selling stuff. I also sold some miscellaneous mods for 1 ecto each, so I'm up to 7 ectos. So I've already made really good money. I have 3 elite monk tomes I've gotten from this. The other big drop I got was another fast casting Plagueborn focus, +10 versus plants, halves casting time of illusion 20%. So that's pretty decent. It's not like as good as the Q9 one I had, but it's not bad. It's 2 max mods. It's the same profession. It's on fast casting, so you could run this on an illusion mesmer. The +10 versus plants is kind of weird, but all right. And then I got a 2020 bowstring. It's maybe like 5 to 1e, 5k to 1e. Zealous hammer haft, maybe 1e. I got like enchant staff wrap that I already sold for 1e. That's what one of the ectos is from. I got these elite monk tomes. This stuff is just random junk. I got some miscellaneous tomes. I did get a 15% while enchanted Q10 Plagueborn dagger. This isn't like if I sold this would be a hard sell. It'd probably sell for like 1 to 3 ectos. But I just figured I'd include it just to show some like mid-range stuff that you probably wouldn't really get to sell, but you could still probably use. Like you could run these if you have a permanent enchant build on your assassin. What else? We got the Plagueborn staff. Q11 curses, 20% on death. So you can't staff with things, but the 20% on death is nice. This isn't like a huge drop because it's not. First of all, it needs to be lower rec, and second of all, it would need to be death to be worth anything because death is good and it is run. But the big drop is obviously the Plagueborn sword, and then a secondary big drop, not as big, is this focus. And I did already sell some things for a few ectos. So yeah, and for the hell of it, I'm going to open up another chest like in the last one. Coordinating some things. So I'll just open up one Plagueborn chest just for the hell of it, just to see what we get. Alright, so alright. Split this into one. I'm gonna do Xingji next for chest running. I'm gonna be chest running in Xingji, so it's gonna be like broadswords, katanas, I think, bladed shields, bow stabs, Sunkwa blades, things like that. That's what I'll be going for. So we'll see. We'll see what I get from that. All right, let's hope there's a chest this time. Sometimes there's not. Okay, cool, there is. So this is roughly 130 chests. And I mean, that Q9 sword is pretty insane. All right, looks like we just got... I just bought one of these ID kits. Inspiration magic +3. I'm pretty sure it's not worth anything, but there you go. There's our 131st-ish thing. Here, let's check out Mesmer runes. Inspiration. No, it's not. Mesmer runes are insane. Like, if you get Sup Doms, that's like 10k, and then like Prodigy, and then, you know, some of these runes are worth quite a lot, like Wind Waker. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll go back over the big drops really quick just to show you. So we already profited because I hit 93k from just selling runes and like junk, like, you know, just merching stuff, plus the 7 ectos. So, and ectos are like 10 to 11k each if you just sell them to the trader. Okay, so let's check it out. All right, so we got Q9 +5 energy Plagueborn sword, the Q10 fast casting Plagueborn focus, armor +10 versus plants, have casting time of illusion 20%. I got a 20/20 death magic but curses requirement Plagueborn staff. This could be used on a necro. Like, staffing isn't really useful. Like if you just wanted a cheap Plagueborn 20/20 death, like, hit me up. I'll sell this to you cheap. Like, I don't know, like 3 ectos. I don't care. If you want it, let me know. And these daggers, they're not like insanely good, but if you were, like, wanted to run them, like 15% well enchanted, that condition can be met on assassin pretty consistently. Most people by default run Strength of Honor, Way of the Master, Shroud of Distress. Like, these are just like a few enchantments you could run. Critical Agility. This probably is going to be... I wouldn't expect to sell this. So if you want this for free, just like say in the comments, I'll give it to you. I wouldn't expect to sell that for actual money. Like 15/50 is the main mod people want on daggers. So, or dual zealous or dual vamp. Those are both like more rare. So that's just some miscellaneous stuff, like just some, you know, some like a 20/20 bow zealous thing. And then I sold some mods, and I sold that dual vamp Q13 axe for 5 ectos. I mean, honestly, I was gonna merch it because it's like it was like 14% and it was Q13 axe. Like, no one's gonna buy that. So, but a dude is gonna use it for running. So yeah, already profited from this run, and I actually did profit from the previous run. I already made like 45 ectos from that one focus. And I sold a few other things on Legacy, so I've already profited from the previous run too hugely. Like, I've made a profit of like 300 to 400k per 100 lockpicks so far. And if this sells for like 150e, that's like insane. Like, I've already profited, so I basically just profited like 1.5 or 7ish mil or whatever if this sells for that. So pretty crazy. Chest running is it's weird. Like, sometimes you'll get insane shit out of 100 picks, and sometimes you'll just get okay things. But on average, if you put in 100 lock picks into a good OS area, and there's not like inscribable versions of those things, generally they will be worth some money, and someone will be interested in buying them, because it is honestly very rare. Like, getting a +5 Q9 like sword is generally rare. Like I've opened I don't know, on this account alone, like 1,600 chests. This is my first Q9 +5 energy sword. I've like gone through tons of swords that are just junk, so that's why it's worth so much. It's genuinely rare, and obviously with the low player density, these items are even rarer because there's even fewer people playing. Fewer of these like skins are being added to the game. So yeah, I like chest running. It's fun. If you want to make some money, you can get into it, but it can be rough too, because you have to put a lot of money into it up front. So if you're like a new player, chest running isn't the best thing. Like, you should focus on like getting max armor and weapons, and like, you know, beating the game and getting hard mode and stuff like that. But eventually you can start profiting if you can dump enough money into like 100 or 200 lockpicks and then start chest running key areas. Plagueborn chest running probably isn't the best area, like, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I think Outcast and Echovald shit is probably better, and if you can find like a bow staff or bladed shield chest run, you should probably do that, because if you get a good one of those things, like, you're talking about arm braces. Like I think even a 2010 bow staff like a 20% base, staff, like to have recharge of spells with a 10% generic like bow staff is worth quite a bit of money. Like people, and especially if it's Q9, like people actually pay like, I don't know, like 20 to 50 ectos for even a 2010. Actually, I'm gonna look that up. Let me check. I'll check on my phone. It's really quick. Coming on trade chats. Let's look up a 2010 bow staff. I know like a 2020 bow staff is worth an insane amount, but those are incredibly rare. 2020 on attribute's very rare. All right, let's see. 2010 bow staff. A lot of PMs. Yeah, this is nuts, dude. 2010 bow staff, Q10 smite, 20 ectos. I mean, smite's kind of hard to sell. A lot of people just say PM. Want to sell a 2010 death for 50. Yeah, like even a 2010, which is quite common, is like going for like, I would say 10 to 50 ectos, depending on what the attribute is and if it's Q9. Like that's like those are actually quite easy to get. 2010s are easy to get. So if you want to make money doing chest running, I would recommend finding a bow staff chest run. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for checking this out, and I will see you in another Guild Wars video.